Well, hello everyone. Here to show you the Cook's Choice coloring right here. As you see, is so far as the definition title is like for Cook's Choice, as you have it to right here. Is I went ahead and drawn a number of symbols right here. Is that you get right here is the sandwich along right here. It could be is a steak burger, and along with the loaf of bread, and then along right here, as you got right here is the it's like it could be a shake, or it could be what you say is a sundae type of ice cream. And then you got right here is you got is like the taco, and then along right here is you got to say a tub of butter. But basically what I'm talking about right here is that is what the Cook's Choice is talking about in a number of choices that you have, such as related to between crayons and markers. And then you got the writing utensils, so far as writing down recipes and stuff. And then you get the fractions right here. It's like so far as a bowl of cereal is like one tablespoon, you say. And then you got these mathematical type of shape problems. You got the fractions, and along with like this square type table, and along right here the tray lunch. And I'm sure a lot of us here are familiar with the tray lunch. Is that whenever in the schools or whatever you call it, in the cafeterias, a lot of times that whenever you get a tray lunch, that a lot of times that it would include like one vegetable type, or one vegetable type, or one meat type, you just say, and then one fruit type, and then of course with maybe one dessert, something like that, one or two desserts. But you have it to where you get the tray lunch right there. And a lot of times they say that you have that you don't really that they give you some choices to where if you like to have this, you like to have that with your lunch, or if you like to have this, it's like cheese with your spaghetti, or whatever it is. But you get the variety right here for the tray lunch. And then of course right here with the bowl of cereal. Is that of course it could be say Apple Jacks, you say cereal, or it could be the Fruit of Loop, or you say cereal. And you get with the mathematics, and of course with the loaf of bread. It's like with the loaf of bread that it comes out is like so far as for golden brown. But of course out of the many things that what you can do with cooking recipes. And of course with 1 cup, and then 1 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon. But I'm sure that a lot of people here know is like the fact about about so far with math that I don't know if you necessarily have to be good at it, or what you say is that if you gotta sit there in front of a desk of papers, you say just looking at math problems. I would probably say that I would look at it as like if you were to spend the time, you say in the kitchen, that whenever you're in the kitchen, a lot of times you're not really staring at artwork, or say writing like this too much of the time. It's like normally you would see like a stove, you would see normally this stuff that you would usually normally see. Of course, would be is that you would see got the stove right here. Stove with the burners, and you got the oven right here, and of course with the oven, and then of course it's like you get the refrigerator. And of course a lot of people would probably say that with the refrigerator that is a lot of times is that it's in there, and you keep your the food fresh and stuff until it's ready to be cooked, you say. And a lot of people, a few people may say that, or a lot of them could say that it has nothing to do with cooking. But of course, if you're going to be cooking, if you're going to be making any type of pudding type dessert, more likely it would require refrigeration. And then of course you get the sink right here, is which they recommend is like say doctor recommend so far with health departments. It's like so far with how clean and sanitized the kitchen is, and how clean and sanitized your hands are, is that to know that when you need to rinse it. I would say that but each and every cooking session is to wash your hands, and then cook it. But you begin to wonder a lot of times about why cooking requires why food requires the cooking process, why food requires cooking. And my best guess is so far with the temperature, just like 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 350. A lot of times that whenever I cook something that either requires a temperature of 400 or 350, or maybe 375 degrees Fahrenheit, inside of an ordinary conventional oven. And my best guess is that more likely that it requires that type of heat, I guess, due to the fact because that with the cooking, the temperature that heats the food up to where it's the food the calcium starts to I really don't know if maybe maybe it's like so far as it's like a doctor may know, or whoever, it's like a certain cook may know the answer to that question to why it requires cooking. And my best guess is it's due to the fact because that whenever it's frozen, it was in that temperature to the point to where it has not completed its full course step yet. That needs to go to step 1 and step 2, and then step 3 is going through the process of having a certain amount of time so far on the burner. And a lot of times people probably say that you begin to wonder why that is, about why food needs to be cooked. But of course, I don't think we want to eat it raw either. But you got the sandwich right there, and then of course you got and then with the shake right here, a shake, or it's like could be the ice cream, and then right here you got these fractions about so far as dividing the foods like into the different groups and stuff. Well, let's just say that on average that about the cooker's choice, the cooking, about the cook's choice, say the cooking, or it could be the cooker, say, or the cookies, the cook's choice. Could be the fact about this is that whenever you cook, that you have the variety. It's like about what you can do so far as cooking. It's like both spaghetti and along with you get the butter right there, and of course with the butter, that people probably say that a lot of times is that I pick that kind of as a good example so far as a mathematical type of problem. It's like 1 and 1/3, you say, of it's like could say a cup of butter. It could be a cup, or it could be so far as it's like a spread, you say, of butter. But a lot of times that people will probably say that it's something to do with the fact about math, and then about the study about so far as the cook's choice, about what you like to learn so far is what's in the can, and then so far as the banana split. And a lot of us here could probably say that they can maybe come up with their own recipe ideas about what they like to do so far as cooking wise. And of course I can maybe go on for about maybe 2 hours on what I figured out. But of course, one thing that of course you figure out now is the fact about of course that with the fractions, about really what they mean is by 2. So you split this for 2, and that equals, say, is 2 and 1, and then I guess this one right here will be equal to like 1/4, you say, is so far as you split the pie, or it could be the pizza, split the pizza in 4s. And of course that we could probably say that so far as we're talking about something else, like maybe use an egg as an example. So you use the egg, and more likely if you're going to do scrambled eggs, or if you're going to do fried eggs, you say that more likely that, like, a lot of people say that that they like their eggs sunny side down, or would you say, or it's like